My name is Samad Tolukbay. I'm a journalist, researcher, and descendant of great nomads. My ancestors had wandered through these steppes for centuries, followed their herds in search of the best pastures. The cattle was always their main capital. What are they now? The descendants of the great cattle breeders. The school of nomads, studying the past, creating present in order to build the future. In today's program, breeding of cattle in the south of Kazakhstan, sour milk products of nomads, rural dairy cooperative. Cows. These animals appeared on the nomad farm later than horses or sheep, but despite this fact, their place in nomadic livestock is important. From time immemorial, the cow has been a source of nutrition for humans. It gives meat and milk. These foods are part of the daily ration of people all over the planet. In Kazakhstan, cattle breeding is one of the major livestock sectors. In each region, there are dairy farms. So in the south of the country, in the Tulkubas region, is the enterprise Miley Kent. This enterprise differs because it is built on a cooperative system, in which residents of almost the entire region participate. To learn about the development of dairy production in the south of the country, I decided to spend one day with the employees of the company Miley Kent. Hello. How are you? Thank you. Fine. My name is Samad. I study the development of animal husbandry in our country. I learned that your company fully provides the whole region with dairy products. Not only Shymkent, but also Jambul, Kızıldağ regions. Of course. Then I have to come to the right address. Can I join your team and spend one day on production? Take part in the production processes. Of course. Thank you. The production of dairy products is the third largest in the country's food industry. Today, in every region of the country, there are companies that produce milk, sour cream, cheeses, cottage cheese. The enterprise began its work in 2014. At the very beginning, we processed about 500 tons of milk. Now the capacity rose to 5 million tons. We produce 8 kinds of products. This rural milk enterprise produces natural products and provides several areas. The products are made without various food additives, and therefore, the shelf life is quite short, 5 to 6 days. Rural cooperative society develops not only local livestock breeding, but it is beneficial for many residents of the district. After all, the enterprise does not have any of its own cows. Raw materials for products here are bought from local residents and from small farms. Now we take milk here in the Tulkubas district. Also we take from the villages of Jambul region. From there we get about 1.5 to 2 tons. The rest 3.5 tons are supplied by our Tulkubas farms and ordinary villagers. The head of state said in his message about the development of the agricultural sector, noting that within the framework of the implementation of the third modernization, Kazakhstan should create over 500 cooperative farms oriented to livestock production within 5 years. Also, through diversified development, it is necessary to increase the export of agricultural products to 40% by 2021. And this small enterprise in the south of the country is one example of the dynamic development of a rural cooperative. So I joined the team today. The work begins at 6 in the morning. Milk delivery trucks of the plant go around the neighboring villages to collect a batch of milk. The first stop is a cow farm, which is considered one of the largest farms in this area. So today, I will prepare various dairy products, and for this, we need some milk. And so, Elmira, I came to your farm. How many cows do you have? 60. How much milk do you get per day? About 450 liters. Almost half a ton. Yes, per day. All cows are milked manually. No, we have a special milking machine. Tell me in brief, how does it work? First, wash the cow's udder. Then bring the calf to her, otherwise she will not give milk. A little feeding the baby, we switch the device on. And now you will teach me all these actions. Of course, you will succeed. Well then, let's begin. I will learn how to milk a cow with this instrument. And so we pour milk that we get into our milk carrier. Then we will send it to the plant, where a variety of dairy products will be taken from raw materials. Will we fill it? Yes. Come on, will you help? Every day, these farms give the enterprise just 3 tons of milk. The remaining couple of tons of milk are collected from local residents, who have 2 to 3 cows in the yard. Every morning, the women of the villages carry buckets of milk to the designated place. Today, I will be busy with collecting. Hello, how are you? Fine. My name is Samat. I'm a journalist working for the Kazakh TV channel. So how much are you giving? I have 40 liters. Do you give it every day? Yes. Well, give me the buckets. That's 10 liters. This method of collecting milk is beneficial to the enterprise and local residents. That is why every year there is an increase in the number of cattle. So we collected almost a ton of milk. Now we're going to the dairy plant. Each batch of raw materials here is carefully checked in the laboratory. Sabit, what are you doing with the milk you took? We determine whether the milk is good or not. Next, determine the fat content. After, we learn about the density. And do you check for any dangerous microbes? How Brucella, for example? Yes, of course, we check all this here. Of course, the laboratory is one of the main departments of the company. After all, raw materials come from a variety of suppliers. After all the tests, and this is 8 stages, the milk goes to the plant. Further, the raw material is pasteurized in several tankers at different temperatures. And only after full heat treatment, milk goes to production. I decided to start with a workshop for making Chechel cheese. I saw this product only on the shelves of the stores, so I am interested in looking at the production process. One of the traditional dairy treats is cheese. But this kind of cheese, as a Chechel, is not quite typical for our national cuisine, but it is very tasty. And as a rule, it is more often loved by young people. Tatiana, explain please how the Chechel is made. What technologies are applied? The Chechel is made from raw milk, which after processing melts in hot water at 70 degrees. The girls pull it out of the water and then do triple weaving. The braid-shaped ropes can be of this kind, and there are still brooms. We have brooms in our stores, and sulguni. We also make cheese sulguni. It must be done manually, because it must be such fibers. See? See, it is divided. All this should be done manually and stretched. Can I make it myself? Yes, you can try it yourself. Great. Then I will try to learn. Yes, of course. You can try. I myself love to eat Chechel too, and the fact that today I am doing it especially pleases me. The process is not complicated. You'll plait your braids, 3 ropes and everything. And the important thing is that the Chechels are done manually. Hi, how are you? Thanks, good. My name is Samat. I'm here to learn how to make dairy products. I see you make a curd that can always be found in the Kazakh dastarkhan. Will you teach me how to make it? Yes, we will. Tell me please about the ingredients of the curd. I always eat it, but did not know what is added in addition to milk. Curd is made from this acidic cheese mass. Say it's sour, thick yogurt. It is made from boiled milk. The ferment is added. Then we pour off the finished mass. And then we add oil and salt. After, we mix everything and make curds, as our grandmothers taught us, so that there is nothing difficult in making a curd. The ingredients in the curd is butter, fermented milk, which we express for 2 days and put under the press. And from the finished mass, we make curd. That's how we roll. Curd has many varieties. For us, the most optimal form is a round one. So did our grandmothers. You know perfectly well, Samat.
Дегеннің өзі кептірілген деген сөз, құрғатылған деген сөзден алынған нәрсе.
Curd means dried.
Құрттың ең маңыздылығы болған тоңазыту.
The most important thing in the curd is that it does not need a refrigerator. It can lie for years and not spoiled. If it is stored in a tissue bag, it can lie there for a long time and not deteriorate. It does not lose taste and useful properties. If we talk about the composition of the curd, then it should be noted that this product is a source of useful minerals. Since minerals in themselves are solids, in a dried product, like a curd, they are kept well. From the finished mass, you can make a curd of any shape. Most often, the curd makes a round shape. Further, it is put in a special oven for drying. For 7 to 8 hours, it is dried well and the product is considered ready. For convenient transportation and sale, the curd is packed in vacuum bags of 9 pieces. Lots of things can be done from milk. Just amazing. The only difference is in the fat content of the product.
майлылығына байланысты олар әртүрлі түрге бөлінеді сүттердің өзі. Майлылығы
Milk is divided into several types depending on fat content. High, medium, and low fat content. Our ancestors skim milk from the fat produced butter, cream, sour cream. So you can make a lot of products from milk. Indeed, the quality and taste of milk is determined by fat content. The fatter, the more delicious the milk and nourishing. And one of these products is sour cream. This workshop is fully automated. I now press the button, which will start the whole mechanism in action. And I can get the finished product right here. Sour cream is bottled in a special container. Well, let's start in first went. If thick milk is put in a cool place for a few hours, it will turn out as sour cream. A detachable foam when boiling milk is called kaymak. It is a thick cream. The most delicious sour cream is cream. To do this, freshly prepared cream is added with flour and boiled to a homogeneous mass. Then add sugar or honey. And now I produce thick sour cream. The main dairy product in this production is kefir. According to the staff, is very popular. This is an automatic device for kefir production. The presence of man is not required. You should only take the packaged product and lay it out on boxes. That's what I'm going to do. Kefir is very useful for the human body. It helps in case of poisoning. After all, it not only cleanses the body, but also cures, since it has beneficial bacteria. Kefir is prepared with the help of a special starter. Add it to the almost hot milk. After a few hours, put in a warm place. Fermenting this mass turns into kefir. Then it is bottled. By the way, the shelf life of kefir is longer than that of milk.
Енді айранды айтатын болсақ, айранның өзі бірнеше түрі бар. Қатық, айран дейміз, шалап дейміз, солардың барлығы.
If we talk about kefir, then yogurt has several types. A thick fermented milk product, kefir, a liquid fermented milk product. All this is obtained by fermenting the milk. Add the starter to cow's milk. And for the human body, it is more useful than milk. Kefir is useful for the intestinal microflora, prevents rotting of fermentation in the stomach. Therefore, we always say that you should drink kefir or yogurt for an hour or two before going to bed. Our ancestors knew about the benefit of kefir from ancient times. They were given to infants and pregnant women. Scientists say that yogurt has a beneficial effect on the body in the treatment of even serious diseases. Therefore, everyone loves a medicinal drink. By the way, some people do not stand milk because of the lactose in it, which can cause bloating, dysbiosis. And from yogurt, there is no such reaction. Since from this product, the microflora of the intestine only improves. This enterprise also produces cottage cheese, butter, cream, and various cheeses. For example, cheese. It is obtained by special processing of milk. When making cheese, milk passes microbiological enzymatic treatments. And thanks to this, the dairy product turns out to be useful, tasty, and juicy. In front of me, there are pickled cheeses, which have passed all the necessary processes. It remains only to pack them. So this batch of cheese is ready for packing. So, yes. Explain to me how to do this. We take cheese, cut it with a knife in the middle, then divide it in half, then put it in a package.
Одан кейін өзінің арнайы пакеттері болады. Осы пакеттеріне салып.
Give me one too. Nutritional value and calorie content is due to the maximum protein content and minimum fat. Also in the brinza cheese, there are amino acids, vitamins A and B. This cheese also has a rich composition of pantothenic acid, calcium, phosphorus. So this product is useful for all ages.
Біз брынзаны алу үшін оны пресстеу, әртүрлі тұзбенен шылу, сол сияқты өнімді.
To get the brinza cheese, we use a press and pickles. But there is no difference in composition. It is useful to use cheese for those who have low acidity, with gastritis, hyperacetitis, normocystitis. And all because cheese increases appetite and helps to secrete the necessary acid in the body. Whichever dairy product is taken, it will necessarily be beneficial to the body. And one of these products is cottage cheese. From it you can make 100 delicious dishes. Most often, it is consumed with sugar, honey, fruit. Here produced cottage cheese of different fat, 18, 9, and 5%. They use cottage cheese because it has a lot of calcium, especially useful for children. Since calcium is useful for bone growth, therefore, I would advise this milk product to use every day. Here I go, and my work is over. Thank you very much. Today I was able to participate in many processes. In the morning, on your assignment, I visited cow farms and milked cows. Your business is very good. Most importantly, you produce natural products for the population. I wish you only prosperity. Thank you. You helped us today. You're doing fine. Thank you. I did not even have time to blink as my day in production ended. I learned a lot today about dairy products which I use every day. According to experts today, our enterprises do not fully cover the population's need for milk. In general, while doing little but qualitatively. But this is only for the time being. Seeing how these rural cooperatives are developing, I understand that it is only done in time, patience, and diligence of our farmers and production workers.